Hi, this is Marty from Loving Autism. Thanks for joining me on this video series where I'm going to walk you through a number of simple steps to help you reduce the symptoms of autism in your child. In the first video, we covered how your gut communicates directly with your brain. So if you have an unhealthy gut, you'll have an unhealthy brain. And how the majority of people with autism have a bacteria imbalance inside their gut, which creates a chronic inflammatory response in their body, and how that inflammation puts pressure on the brain and intensifies or creates behaviors and symptoms of autism. Now, if you haven't finished watching the first video, make sure you do, as the information builds on each other. Now, my son was diagnosed shortly before his 3rd birthday, and the doctor said that there was nothing I could do to help him. I saw his pain and I refused to believe it. I dedicated all my time, resources, researching and finding ways to help my son reach his potential. And along that journey, I discovered a system backed by science to help heal the underlying dysfunction of autism and help heal my son and reduce his symptoms. Now, in this video, we're going to discuss the following myths. Myth number 1, what I feed my child doesn't matter. And myth number 2, healthy foods can't be harmful. Let's jump into the number 1 myth I hear from people. What I feed my kids does not affect their autism. Hippocrates said, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." Essentially, we are what we eat. And if we're eating unhealthy or harmful foods, we can't expect anything but harmful side effects. So have you considered that diet fundamentally changes your biology? It changes the makeup of your gut biome, gene expression, brain function, hormones, you name it. Everything down to the cellular level is affected by the food we eat. Consider this. What we eat and drink affects our energy levels, susceptibility to infections, propensity for certain types of cancer, type 2 diabetes, symptoms of Crohn and celiac disease, the condition of our arteries, the likelihood of heart attack and stroke. And eating foods where we have an allergy can even be deadly. I mean, take example when you have a peanut allergy. Drinking alcohol affects our brain function. Now, none of what I said is controversial at all. It's been proven over and over and over again. So why is the fact that diet can affect the extra sensitive brains and bodies of children on the autism spectrum still in dispute? It doesn't make any sense. The truth is that what we give our kids affect them more than we think, and can be a catalyst towards either healing or intensifying their symptoms. All right, now let's move on to myth number 2. Healthy foods can't be harmful. The reality is that even if you're eating the right food, they can be laced with harmful toxins that can hurt our children. So quality is almost as important as the type of foods that our kids consume. For example, it's estimated that 75% of processed foods, and some say as high as 90% because it doesn't need to be on the label, at the supermarket contain genetically modified ingredients that contain harmful pesticides. The majority of our crops are sprayed with a weed killer called Roundup, and the active ingredient in Roundup destroys and wreaks havoc on our children's guts. It kills the good gut bacteria, causing an overgrowth of pathogens. It causes leaky gut, all which lead to inflammation. It puts pressure on the brain that causes or intensifies the symptoms of autism. Now, I could go on for hours and hours about what happens in the body when you consume harmful pesticides. However, for the sake of simplicity, just know that consuming toxins is especially harmful for our kids that have extra sensitive systems. And we can't get away from this stuff. It's in infant formula, breast milk, drinking water, you name it, it's there. Here's a quick fun fact for you. 15 times more pesticide is sprayed on corn grain now than in 1996, and 100 times more than in the 70s. The EPA has increased what it considers a safe amount of pesticide exposure by a factor of 17. So what's changed that suddenly the safe amount gets this 17x increase? If you walk away from this video with anything, know that removing harmful pesticides from your children's diets will pay huge dividends by improving their health and symptoms. Now that's your action step for this video. Start removing the harmful pesticides from their diets. And you can do that by simply buying organic and staying away from most processed foods. Do you have to be 100% perfect out of the gate? No, of course not. You don't need to become a food Nazi, but you do have to become food conscious, which means primarily eating organic and staying away from most processed foods. Add this to your removal of wheat, and not only will you see results in a matter of days, but others will too. So in summary, in this video we covered the fact that food affects our kids more than we think and can be a catalyst towards either healing or intensifying symptoms. Additionally, the quality of the food and removing harmful pesticides makes a huge difference. Now remember, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So please start today and remove pesticides from your children's diet. Again, just try it for 7 days. See if you notice a difference. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to serving you on the next one, where we're going to cover the importance of supplements to help our child heal from the inside out. Until the next video, I wish you the best.